Let's get this show on the road. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. Time for part 3 of Professor Victor Singing Eagle's brilliant lectures here at Sisseton, Wahpeton College, Native American Literature class. Today is Tuesday, March 18th, 2025. And now, without any further ado or yickety yak or gobbledygook, it's the time for the professor himself, the brilliant Victor Singing Eagle. Yay! All right. Now, it says here I have goody gumdrops. I thought I was late, but I'm not late for my Dakota language class. But I still don't want to stand up here and waste all your time with a whole bunch of yickety yak. Extend our session, please. Thank you. I am going to tell an Indian story from the Northwest Coast. Yes, sir. When you go to the Northwest Coast, you'll see these awesome artistic features. And one motif that we often see is depiction of raven with something in his mouth. Sometimes he's got a box in his mouth. Sometimes he has a ball in his mouth. Well, now I got to tell you the story. This picture, he is aptly depicted as being white. Well, you got to understand where this comes from. The ancient story from the Northwest Coast. See all the wonderful ovoid features of the art from the Northwest Coast and thick lines. That's something characteristic of their art. I love this card game. Then Raven, Raven. Oh, lovely. Well, long time ago, the earth, the world was very dark. And all the animals stumbled around in the darkness, wondering, whoa, we can't see, running into each other and scratching the earth for food and worms, what have you. Everything is dark. And the animals get together and they elect Raven, who used to be white. They know that Raven is the chief trickster and the co-creator of Earth and the creator second in command. And they tell him, we need you to figure out how do we get some light over here, because it's too dark and we can hardly see anything and we're just stumbling around. And over there in the east, we can see faint visage of a light. So Crow says, I'll do it. So he flies, flippity floppity floop, to the east to go check it out. And as he goes, he lands, he's in the edge into the forest, and he sees these people. I described this story to AI. That's why you got these weird pictures. This one is something I just took off the web and recolored a little bit. But this is an AI depiction. I don't know why they put a soccer ball there, but there were some spirit beings. Humans hadn't been made yet. But they looked kind of human, but they were giants. And they had the sun, and they were playing a ball game with it. And they're having fun. And Crow's off in the corner in the trees watching all of this. And there's another cool depiction where they made them look like they're football players. And I don't know why there's two balls here, but there's something. Maybe they're playing Quidditch. I don't know. I like this one the best. This is more AI depiction. These spirit beings, they're huge creatures, or man-shaped, and they're playing with the sun like it's a toy. So Crow, he watches all this for a while, and he's very intelligent because remember, the trickster characters, the culture heroes, they're very intelligent, but they do stupid things a lot of times. But in this case, Crow has got his brains working today. He's got his thinking cap on. So he flies back to the animals and he tells them, I got it. I know what we can do. And they hatch a plan. We are going to get that sun. So they talk to each other, and then Crow flies back to the land of the spirit people. And he waits for them to take the big glowing orb and put it into the cedar box where they keep it, because these spirit beings are very stingy, you see. They put it into a cedar box, and there's another nice AI depiction where they put it in the lodge. Here they're putting it in the box, and they're very jealously guarding this, and they keep it in the chieftain's house, and they put guards around the chief. They put an elevated house here, and they have guards all around because they don't want anybody to steal it from them. That's how much they value it. So, remember now, the animals have hatched a plot to get this son. And Crow has an idea. He transforms himself into a baby. A big old spirit being baby. And he cries. Wah, wah, wah. Now, some versions of the story say the animals actually kidnapped the chief's son, and other versions say no, he transformed himself into, he transformed himself into the baby. They take the real baby away, but other versions say that he just transforms himself into an orphan baby. And the chief takes pity, brings the baby up to his lodge, and keeps him there with him and his wife. So, those of you with little children who have raised little children, you're going to get some heart-to-heart here now. You ready? Because you know how babies are. Sometimes they're like, and nothing you can do to make them be quiet. You give them a toy, and they're like, and they slap it out of your hand. You give them the bottle, and they slap that out of your hand. Well, that's the way this baby was. Just cry, 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 cry. I like that one. And the chief is trying, he and his wife, they lay down to sleep, and the baby, as soon as they start to fall asleep, the baby would start crying. And it was driving them nuts. And so they gave the baby some toy, a little hand drum and a rattle to play with. I love the way AI drew this baby. It's cool. They gave the little baby a rattle and a hand drum, but the baby still cried. Wah! And they're like, how can we make this baby stop crying? We need to get some sleep. So as you know, desperate parents, desperate times call for desperate measures. The baby keeps pointing at the box that has the sun inside of it. So they're like, anything to get this kid to shut up. So they open the box, and they take the sun out, and they give it, the baby goes, and the baby plays and plays and plays, and he's quiet. And so the chief spirit being and his wife's spirit being, they fall asleep finally. And the baby turns back into Crow or Raven with the sun in his mouth. Let me go back to there. That's a nice depiction there. I love it. I don't know why they gave him ears, but that's okay. And he flies up the chimney where, the smoke hole, because they got fire burning to keep them warm at night, you see. So here it is. Where's that fire? I like that fire picture here. See, there's a fire in the lodge growing. And he turns back into Crow. He's got the sun in his beak, and he's flying up. And the smoke turns his feathers black, as well as the sun is really hot, and it's turning him black too. And he's flying, and as he's flying away, the guards see him. Somebody's stealing this on! And they sound the alarm, and everybody all comes running out, and all the spirit beings are chasing Crow, and Crow's flippity-floppity-floop, and he's really having a hard time because the sun is so hot, and he hands the sun over to Bear, and Bear takes it in his mouth, and he runs with it, and when he gets too hot and tired, he passes it to Fox, and then Coyote, and then to Rabbit, and then to Owl. And I don't know why AI drew Crow, Raven with a coyote head, but that's the way AI rolls sometimes. But they finally get it away from the spirit people, and they get it somewhere safe, and spirit people can't catch them. And there's even a rabbit there, 2 rabbits. I don't know what that is. It looks like a Chinese one of those Chinese mythical dog lion creatures. There's an eagle. Anyway, they get it to where they want it, and Crow pulls it way up into the sky, and he says, from now on, we're going to put this sun here, and you sun, you got to go around the earth, so that way nobody gets to hog up your beautiful light. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And again, that's also why Crow today, or Raven today, is black. And that's why the sun is now an ancient Northwest Coast tradition, moves around because Crow put it up there for everybody to enjoy. Thank you very much. Have a nice day, and we'll talk to you soon. It's time for my Dakota language class. Bye-bye. 10 minutes and 3 seconds.